So this is the start of the second week of our strange off-campus stay-at-home lives. I'm recording this to update you on how the college is trying to help you keep learning through the pandemic. Also to share some personal inspiration and life lessons I've drawn from the experience of the last week, and to launch our new HCA Makers Challenge. So this is a fast turnaround creative competition. We've got some great prizes. It's open to students on any course, so more of that in a moment. This week my inspiration has mainly come from you. That's from students and staff getting online really quickly to carry on with teaching and learning, and it's been great to hear about some group sessions through Microsoft Teams and one-on-one tutorials. In fact, I think some of my staff colleagues have become real masters of Microsoft Teams very quickly. I'm not one of them, but I'm beginning to get my head around it. But if, like me, you need a bit of help, don't hesitate to get in touch with IT support. They're really keen to help. Email itsupport@hca.ac.uk and they can arrange a one-on-one digital tutorial, and they can actually send you a link which means that you can give them permission to look at your screen, to move your cursor around and really point you in the right direction and help you use all the different functionality. We're putting new digital resources online all the time, so do stay in touch with StudentNet. I do appreciate that digital resources and online learning, they're not a substitute for coming into college and working in the studios with your tutors face to face, going into the workshops. And believe me, we're planning already for how we can give you as much access as possible when we're able to. Don't know what that looks like yet, and none of us know how long these restrictions are going to last, but I wanted you to know that this is an absolute priority for us. Couple of life lessons I've drawn from this week. I think the first is that fear is actually making our society more kind rather than more selfish. My father-in-law, he's an elderly man. He lives hundreds of miles away by himself. He's an old sea captain, very, very private man, and he doesn't know that many people near where he lives. But the other day the doorbell rang and he went and found that someone had left a bag of fresh food for him. So let's be optimistic about our society. These are really difficult days, but some good is going to come from them. My second life lesson, I do know, but I need to remind myself, which is those people that tell us that exercise will make us feel better, they are right. I'm normally a very active person, but this last week I haven't found so much time for exercise. But this morning I was listening to the news and the news was pretty bleak and I was beginning to feel a bit anxious, so I made myself go online. I thought, I'll check out this YouTube star Joe Wicks and have a go at his workout. And I did, and I'm not quite as fit as I like to think of myself, but I gave my daughter a very big laugh and I did feel better immediately. So I think we have to have hope for humanity, be optimistic, but keep doing our star jumps as well. And the other thing that I've really drawn energy from this week is trying to take more notice of the spring. And I'm really lucky, I know, because I live in a house with a garden. But 20 years in London in small flats taught me that you can find spring even in really urban environment. And there's a poet, he talks about spring, he talks about the energy of spring as like a green bonfire and of the blaze of growth. And I do think that even if we're looking at the signs of spring outside through the window, that we can really draw inspiration from that. Which brings me to the HCA Makers Challenge, because we'd like to see your creative responses to the theme of inside, outside. And you can interpret that as literally or as obliquely as you'd like. and you can use any medium. So you might want to draw something, or you might want to perform a song, or perhaps make a miniature sculpture out of something that you've picked up outside. But send us a little film. We'd love to see a little film of your creative process, or just send us a finished image. And the closing date is Friday, so that's Friday, April the 3rd. And there's a £75 Netflix voucher up for grabs and some other prizes. So check that out online, and also the terms and conditions, and we'll announce the winners on Wednesday week. Do, in the meantime, remember that if any of you want a bit of extra support with wellbeing, you can use the wellbeing self-referral button on StudentNet. We're really mindful that those of you still in student housing may be finding this a particularly difficult period, so we're going to try and get in touch and check in with you all over the next few days and just see how we can help. But all of you, whether you're here in student housing or at home in Hereford or Herefordshire, or dispersed far away at home, please do look after yourselves and look after each other. Stay in touch with your tutor groups and with college, and have a go at the HCA Makers Challenge. Stay creative, stay learning.